Hey Renata and Mr. Powers, my name is Crystal Whitehead and I'm with Digital Velocity and SEO. You guys were in contact with Amanda not too long ago, and so as promised, here's a custom video screencast for Powers Leather. And in this video today, we're going to go over 3 key tips that you can begin using and implementing to see a huge boost in sales on a monthly basis, and for you to begin outranking your competition and to rank higher in Google. And if by the end of this video you like what you've seen and you like what you've heard, and you can see that we've got some tricks up our sleeve that can help you guys, then please feel free to reach out to us. If not, that's totally fine. Still feel free to take this video and begin using it to see a boost in your business. Now let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and jump in. First thing I want to talk about is content. So I'm going to talk about content, citations, and backlinks, and I'm going to explain those in detail a little bit more as I go along. But as far as content goes, a couple key rules about content. Google likes to see anywhere between 1,000 and 1,500 words of content on your page, on your site. And so the reason that is because you want to have enough content that tells your potential clients what it is you do and where you service, right? And where your products are sold. Second thing is that you want to make sure you have enough content so that you can include lots of good keywords, key phrases, and key terms that potential customers use when searching for your product, when searching for leather goods, right? Handcrafted leather goods. You want to make sure you got those keywords and key terms in there so that they can easily find you. And I kind of see keywords almost like as a magnet that attracts your potential clients to your site. Now, the second thing I want to jump into is something called citations. Now, this is pretty easy to understand. So I typed in buy leather goods in Lakewood, Washington. And up here are the Google ads. And ads are kind of a touch and go, sometimes a hit or miss because a lot of people have what's called ad blockers in their web browsers nowadays, and those are becoming more and more popular. And so chances are if you have an ad up here, your potential clients may not even see it, or some of them will, but definitely not all of them because of those ad blockers. Now, if we scroll down here, this is called the Google Map Pack, and this is just how people find you. This is how Google locates you. And right here, we see the name of a company, Eagle Leather, right? I'm not sure if you guys have heard of them, but Eagle Leather, we see the name of their company, we see their address, and we see their phone number. And that's pretty much what a citation is. A citation is your business information listed on multiple directories across the web. And so a few key things to note about citations is that if we are talking about outranking our competition, we want to make sure that we have our business information cited in the same directories and even more than our competition. And the more citations you have, the higher up you are on this Google Map Pack, by the way. So if your business information is listed across multiple directories, then the higher up you will appear here. And the reason that is important is because statistics show that most potential clients don't make it past the first page. Like they normally do not go with companies that are on the 3rd and 4th and 5th page of this Google Map Pack, right? And so you want to have as many citations as possible. Now, a great way to check this, and like I said, I love compare and contrast. And so a great way to check this is to see how many citations you have versus your competition. And so right here, I use a tool called White Spark. And like I said, it allows me to see where you guys are currently listed at and where your competition is listed. So right here, I see you guys are in Facebook, on Facebook, of course. You got 3 different URLs found there. And then I've never heard of this site here, autoyas.com. You guys are listed there. That's where you're cited. There are directories like Better Business Bureau that you could consider. There are directories like Bing. There's Yelp. There's Yellow Pages. The more directories your information is in, the better. And so, like I said, Google is like a popularity contest. And so what I can do is take your competition, and for some reason I pulled them up here, but it's not loading. This site is not loading. And so you could even take another leather store in your area, and we could put them in here and see where their citations are. And you see how this gives me the specific places where you guys are listed, right? These are the specific links. And so I can do the same thing with your competition. And so I like this because it allows me to get the numbers on point and kind of hit this citations part with precision, because I'm not just taking shots in the dark and guessing. I can see where you are, I can see where your competition is, and then we go in and get you in the same ones and more. So that's pretty much citations. Now, the third and final tip I want to cover has to do with something called backlinks. Now, for this, we use a tool called Ahrefs. There are several different other tools that you can use. There's one called Majestic. There's another one called SEMrush. I like Ahrefs because it is as close to Google Analytics as I have found. And so I like the accuracy of it, and how, again, it allows me to compare and contrast when we are trying to outrank our competition. Now, backlinks, pretty much a simple way to explain this is, imagine an authoritative site, an authoritative website that is sharing their authority with you. And because you are linked up with this website, your authority in Google and online, it boosts, right? And so you'll probably see, if you've ever been scrolling down a site and you see a phrase that you can click on and it links back to another site, that is what a backlink is. Some people may also call it link juice. So if you ever hear me saying, oh, this site could use some link juice, what I'm talking about is a backlink. And a couple key things with backlinks, you want to make sure that your backlinks are coming from authoritative sites. So sites that Google trusts. It's kind of like getting a recommendation for your business online. And also, you want to make sure that you've got plenty of backlinks and more than your competition. Now, this is Etsy, and it shows me that in all, just Etsy.com has over 1.12 million referring domains, giving them 200 million backlinks. Their domain rating, so just Etsy.com alone, the domain rating on a scale of 1 to 100 is a 93, which is amazing. However, this entire URL, which is your Etsy store, on a scale of 1 to 100 is a 14, right? And so, like I said, a great way, there are several different options here that you would want to consider since you are linked up with Etsy that have to do with maybe more of a personal brand type option. But so for this site, I took Will Leathers and I put them into Ahrefs because I wanted to see where they were. So on their own, just as a personal brand, their store, they have 948 referring domains, giving them over 11,000 backlinks. And look at their trust in Google is pretty high. It's very high. Whereas over here, yours is at a 14. And the reason it's at a 14, one of the reasons is because of how many backlinks you have just personally and the authority of those backlinks, right? And so, like I said, and I can also click on their keywords. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do that. Things like leather goods, best leather goods, finest leather goods, leather backpack, they are using these keywords right now, which is another reason they are ranking the way they are. So like I said, the amount of content, the keywords in their content, the citations that they have, and their backlinks, it's increasing their rank in Google, and it's one of the reasons they are at the top when it comes to their leather goods and their online store. And so, yeah, that's pretty much what the competition is doing right now to rank pretty high. And so, yeah, I really appreciate you guys' time. That's pretty much everything I wanted to cover in the video. I hope this information was insightful and helpful for you. If you've got any questions whatsoever or just need more clarity or anything we can help you with, please feel free to reach out to us. and we hope to talk to you soon. Thank you so much for your time.